The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Alert three.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know. Check 50. Gun. Jam. Let flow. 8.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 20. What's the mic? Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 9. Gun. Here we go.
To throw is Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 280. Mike's 50. Hey, Tuesday. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
You got him.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 20. 3 down.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Too little, Cupcake. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Space. Motion. 11. Motion. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. And his throw is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Big edge. Shift. He's checking. Crash. Check safety. 22. Joker. You go tight. You got tight.
To throw is Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Three buzz.
Here's Newton. The left side completion to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got three. Watch the motion. Gun.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
10 yards to go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
14's the mic. Get it. The mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Mike 14.
Newton throwing again. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Mike 14.
This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie 3rd rounder. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Out.
They fake the give. Newton. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Here we go.
A gain of 12.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this 1st quarter.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 29, Newton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Mike's 56.
Now Ryan on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Taco Charlton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
That's what I'm talking about.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Now Newton. Flush to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Newton caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Play to win. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Don't get nervous. 36, 36. Watch that. Check.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a delayed give to Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be...
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Kill. 22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. 31's the mic. What is defense? Keep it up,
To
guys.
throw again. Newton. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. Now Newton on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's get the ball.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Here I come again.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Go get him, go get him, go get him. 59's Mike, 59.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. 21. Hey, exit. Check 59, Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring them back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Newton to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Kerrigan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Take it at the 37. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Watch the back.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Ryan. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run once more with Henderson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
31's the mic. 6-man.
Play action. It's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears first down.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Newton now to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Shift. 20. Shift.
They'll run with Henderson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Tighten up. Tighten 8. 24. Check 24. Check 3.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, 59, ready. General West. Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
To throw is Ryan.
Here I come.
He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ryan now 9 of 17 through the air.
Shift! Watch the shift! Switch! Wide! Get wide! 58! Switch! Back!
To throw again is Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 14. Watch 14. Single. Gun. 30. Gun. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the check.
Here's Newton. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Tight dog. Safety screen.
Off play action, Newton. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
He's pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready. 5'9". Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, check. Check 59, Mike. Hey, Charlie. 59, Mike to 59. Hey, let's get this. Mike.
On 2nd down, Ryan.
Here we go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none of this. Give it. Pick up the ball.
Now Jones.
Run.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try and run. Henderson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones, 92 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved it.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now Ryan on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.